Hey everybody, it's Trags along with Evan Lazar after the Patriots demolished the Miami Dolphins 38-7. Needless to say, Evan Lazar, they needed this one in the biggest way. 2-2 are the Patriots. The Dolphins get their first loss. I thought the real big difference in the game, both sides in the trenches. Patriots offensive line allowing Sony Michel and James White to really get it going in terms of the rushing attack, and the Patriots getting after Ryan Tannehill.
I thought you hit the nail on the head. That was the biggest difference by far in this game. I asked a bunch of the players and Bill Belichick about it. They said what it did was it allowed them to get into third and manageables on offense and third and longs in defense. You see the whole game flips when you play well on first and second down, and it was really in the trenches where they established that. That's where you establish toughness in the NFL, right? If can you impose your will on the other team on both sides of the line of scrimmage? Patriots did that today. They definitely did not do that in Jacksonville and in Detroit, so it was really good to see them get back to that.
Also asked Tom Brady about the buzzword around New England for, the last 15 or 16 years, complimentary football. And he said, yep, Mike, you're right. That's what it was today. It was complimentary football. Yeah. Our defense really kept Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphins at bay early and allowed us to get our offensive rhythm going.
I mean, at one point in this game, in the fourth quarter, before garbage time really started to pick up, the Dolphins had 97 total yards of offense. I mean, what we saw out of this defense from the last 2 weeks to this week, and I asked a bunch of the players, and they basically just said it was better execution. They just played better. And I was like, what do you credit that to? Was it film study? Was it practice? And, of course, in Patriots fashion, they said everything. You know, it was just everything was better. We executed better. Our attitude was better. And I think you could tell kind of towards the end of the week on Friday, especially, that the attitude in the locker room was a lot more positive, a lot more energetic, a lot more focused, and we saw it out here today.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the word energy because that's what Devin McCourty said Bill Belichick and the coaching staff was preaching all week long. You have to fly around the field with more energy. It doesn't mean chase like we heard on Friday. It means, stick to your responsibilities, stay in your lanes. But if you're going to attack your man, do it with energy, fly to the ball.
I think that all starts with successful plays early, right? When you get the defense rolling, one thing that Bill Belichick said to me was, it's tough to have energy when you're playing poorly, right? Because you're just down naturally. That's just a natural feeling. So when you can get some plays early on, you get a quick, stop on defense on the first drive. They did give up one first down, but they were able to get off the field after that. And the offense goes on a long scoring drive, gets their first opening drive score of the season with that field goal early on. All of a sudden, the ball starts rolling in a positive direction. The energy starts to come, the execution starts to come, and then you get 38-7 on the scoreboard.
James White, huge game, 1 touchdown running, 1 touchdown receiving. Pinpoint perfect pass from Tom Brady on a lollipop that he threw up. Didn't really even see it toward the end. He saw through a couple of bodies, but great call by I thought speaking of which, Josh McDaniels had a terrific game getting Sony Michel going early on. Got a lot of confidence in the rookie going, his first 100-yard game of his career, first rushing touchdown of his career, and he got James White involved. And I think that actually took some of the pressure off Brady.
Yeah, so I think that Josh McDaniels really, out of everybody that had a bounce-back game today, all the players played great, and Bill Belichick's never going to credit his coaching staff. The coaching staff had a bounce-back game today. The defense was ready. Their game plan was perfect for the Miami Dolphins. It really threw the Dolphins out of sync because they couldn't get a lot of yards after the catch like they expected they were going to be able to. And then on offense, it was really just putting players in a position to succeed. Cordell Patterson, you run a little pick play on the rub route with the wheel from the slot, and he's wide open. And then you get to see him run after the catch and run with the ball in his hands, and that's what he's great at, right? He's not great at separating on his own on a downfield pattern, but you give him a little bit of separation at the line of scrimmage, then he's able to use his skills after the catch. James White, we saw a ton of screen passes to him today. That got the offense going. Putting players in the position to succeed is always what I've kind of prided the Patriots offense on, and really given a lot of credit to Josh McDaniels for doing. Today, they finally got back to that after 2 weeks of, I thought, kind of vanilla game planning and play calling.
Josh Gordon makes his Patriots debut, 2 catches, 2 targets, 32 yards.
Yeah, I thought that even though he didn't have a huge day in the box score, you could tell the difference in terms of schematically what they were able to do when he was on the field. I think it would be interesting to see. Hopefully Rob Gronkowski's okay, but they were lining them up on 2 different sides of the formation. So I would like to see them line them up on the same side of the field. That way you can't provide safety help to both guys, right? You kind of have to pick and choose. But overall, I mean, the slants that he ran today, those were some of the best routes that you've seen all year from a Patriots receiver, just in terms of getting a separation, the explosion that you saw, especially that last one where he broke a few tackles and almost broke it for a touchdown. So I think that that's something that they've added to this offense with Josh Gordon, that explosion, that perimeter threat. It just opened up the whole rest of the field. Even though he didn't even play a lot, you could tell that the Miami sideline was thinking about it the whole game.
Short week to get ready for Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts, but a much-needed win, 38-7 over the Miami Dolphins here at Gillette Stadium. We'll have you covered on CLNS Media. And, of course, follow us on Twitter at Patriots CLNS. He is Evan Lazar. I'm Mike Petralia inside Gillette Stadium, CLNS Media.